Season 1 was such a brilliant experience for me, and so I was very excited to come back and get to do it again. I'm really clumsy and often hurt myself doing stunts. We couldn't have done The Last of Us without Crafty.
Bella, it's lovely to see you again.
Nice to see you
I
too.
feel like we're twinning today with the shirts.
Double pockets, although you're a bit greener than me.
A little bit greener, but to be honest, I did look this out because I was trying to think, do I have anything that matches the background? Because after the premiere last night,
Yes.
I mean, the aesthetic was so nice. It was very earthy.
It was beautiful.
How did you find it?
I really liked it. That was my favourite one of the lot. And it was nice to be in London, and yeah, it was a really good time.
It was your favourite one because I was there.
Exactly.
Serving
Jodie.
urethral apocalyptic chic.
Yes, it's got to be done.
But what was it like sharing it with a London audience? Because obviously when you actually get to watch it with an audience, that's when you kind of start to notice the reactions, right?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, the London audience, it's so funny. I've seen it in LA and Australia now, and LA definitely there were like bigger reactions, but I think that's just like the British way is to be like very inward, so it was like very quiet reactions, but I think in a way that just like, well, I wouldn't expect anything else from Brits, but everyone seemed to like it. It's just a good thing.
Yeah, we struggle to show our emotions as well, and it's really emotional.
I know.
Watch the episode, it's like...
Yeah, I relate.
I mean, Ellie is going through it right off the back. From the very start, it's like all the action. I mean, how are you doing this, Bella?
With a lot of snacks. There's a thing called a crafty table on set, which is just full of every snack you could possibly imagine. So I frequented the crafty table quite a lot. And a brilliant stunt team and adrenaline. Adrenaline does wonders. So yeah, a lot of that. Yeah, episode 1 particularly was very physical. I was pretty tired.
Yeah. So this crafty table, I'm seeing this a lot more. Let's just go back to the snacks.
Yeah, good.
So it's basically a table you can go to and there's just an array of snacks.
Constant supply of free food. What more could you want?
In Scotland, that's like a tuck shop. Like we would have like a tuck shop and you would go, but obviously it would be free. You know, unless you were a celebrity.
Right. Well, in the UK, when we shoot in the UK, it's called a tea table. No crafty in the UK.
I like crafty though. There's
crafty.
I'm so glad you've explained this to me because I've seen people talking about this and I'm like, what's a crafty?
Well, there you go. Now you know.
And that is what this show has been built on.
Yeah, literally. We couldn't have done The Last of Us without Crafty.
What is it like coming back after such a big gap? Because obviously Ellie's had like 5 years as well. It's like, is that weird?
Not really. I was just really excited to be back and had a lot of anticipation about it because season 1 was such a brilliant experience for me, and so I was very excited to come back and get to do it again. And yeah, the 5-year age gap, I didn't really even think about it that much. I'd grown up a bit and it just felt like a natural progression.
And because I think you had like it was a 2-year gap anyway, you're like, well, I can kind of fill in the other 3 years now. Exactly,
and Craig and Neil sort of filled me in on what had happened over these 5 years, so I felt like equipped.
What do you do in between? Do you try and stay like, you know, stunt ready? Because I'm really not motivated to that life. I really am not.
Well, I a couple of months before, actually a bit longer, I sort of was in Vancouver for like 2 months before we started shooting. But even before that, I was training with a guy called Matt Hall. He was just helping me like stay fit and get ready and stuff. So, I definitely... You need a motivation. I'm not going to work out unless I have a reason to, and so this was a good reason to, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that I would only be able to work out if someone's like screaming at me like, "Come on!"
Yeah, and if you've got to have stamina for like doing so many stunts for so long. So it was something that I was definitely like locked in on.
Yeah, how often do you need to do the stunts? Like how long do they take? Do you just need to do them over and over until they're right?
Oh gosh, they take all day because it's not just from like one. Well, we normally do like 1 to 2 scenes a day max, and if that's a stunt scene, then that's like all, if not most, if not all of the day is taken up with that, and obviously different angles for different things, and so yeah, it's pretty tiring. But that's where a stunt double comes in really handy, Cassandra, because she'll do like rehearsals and some of the wider shots just so like I don't crash and burn.
Well, I tell lots of actors this, but I have actually done a little bit of stunt work myself.
Have you? Look at you.
Yes. And it is exhausting because I'll tell you for why. I'm not good with choreography and remembering things.
Right.
And actually, I accidentally hit the stunt performer. I didn't mean it.
Oh my gosh,
and I felt
Jodie.
terrible. I know, it's awful, Bella. That's why I'm here and you're there.
Right.
But like, is that part of it hard as well? Like trying to remember where you go next so that you don't hurt each other?
Yeah, but I think that it is such a dance, and you're so like reactive to the other person, and the muscle memory of once you've done it a couple of times, like you're sorted. And we often have rehearsals like beforehand, especially for stunt stuff. It's really important to like have that time to rehearse it. And so yeah, I did get hurt as always. I'm really clumsy and often hurt myself doing stunts, no matter how many protections are in place. But in a way that it was so fun. I love stunt days, and there's something that I take pride in, like my bruises all over my legs. Probably not a good thing. But.
No, I have that as well, but it's not bruises from stunts. It's I cut myself a lot shaving, not intentionally. And people think they're like, "What have you been doing?" And I'm like, literally, it's just razors. It's poor razors. Russian.
They're dangerous.
They are dangerous. Thank you. Listen, it's so lovely to see you.
You too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.